Assalamualaikum. My name is Wila Hidayat. I am a senior lecturer from University Technical Malaysia Melaka. Today we will learn about repetition, or it also known as a loop in computer programming using C++. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the concept of the loop control structure in general, especially to apply it using C++. Then on how to use a while loop, do while loop, and for loop in repeating the statement in computer programming. And we will also learn on using break and continue statement in loop control structure. Let's look at the while loop, but before that, what is a loop? Basically, loop is a control structure that causes statement to execute repeatedly. In C++, while loop can be written starting with statement while, followed by the expression on the condition, in the bracket, then followed by the statement. If the statement to be repeated is more than a single line, it must be enclosed by the braces. To execute the statement inside the while loop, the expression inside of the bracket will be executed first. If the expression is true, the statement inside of the while loop block will be executed. Then the expression will be evaluated again until the expression is false. Then only the program will exit the loop and the following statement after the while loop block is executed. The diagram shows the flow chart of the while loop. While loop is also known as a pre-test loop, meaning that the statement inside of the while loop block will only be executed after the expression is tested to be true, and if the expression is false, the statement inside the while loop will not be executed. To execute the while loop, the expression is checked by comparing the integer 5, and variable number is increased by 1 done by statement number plus plus in line 12 every time the while loop is executed. After while loop has been executed 5 times and number is become 6, the expression is no more true and the program exit the while loop and execute the statement after that, which is the statement to be printed out. That's all. Let's review back while loop in the program. The program will check on the variable number whether it is less or equal to 5 or not. If it is less or equal to 5, which is true, the word hello will be printed out, then the variable number is increased by 1. Since while loop is a pre-test loop, if the expression is not true, the statement inside of the while loop block will not be executed. As you can see in the program code here, since we initialize the variable number to be 6, causing the expression to be false on the first expression checking of the while loop, the expression inside of the while loop block will never be executed. The loop must also contain a code to make an expression to become false, or else it will never exit the loop and running infinitely. This is an example of the infinite loops, similar to the previous example, but in this code, I remove the statement of number plus plus, causing the variable number to be static with a value of 1, and when the expression is checked, it will always true and the while loop will keep on running unstoppable. Another usefulness of while loop is that it can be used for input validation, which means that we can use the while loop to check for the input given by the user is valid or not. For our application, user will keep on being asked to enter an input until the valid input is entered. For input validation, it can be done by this algorithm. First, user is asked to enter the input, then in the while loop expression, the input is checked for its validation inside of the while loop. The error message is displayed, then the new input is being asked again from the user. The loop will keep on going continuously until the user is entered a valid value. For an example, if let's say that we want user to enter an integer less or equal to 10, first user is being asked to enter an integer less or equal to 10, then expression for the while loop is being checked for the value entered by the user whether it is greater or equal to 10 or not. If the value entered by a user is less than 10, which is a valid input, the while loop will not be executed. If the value entered is invalid, which is greater or equal to 10, then the error message invalid entry is printed out and user will be asked to enter a new value again and again until user is entering a valid value.